right up to your mouth.
Hello.
Well, you can like lift it.
Oh.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
This is amazing. This is going to be
This
my
is gonna be
favorite.
so
I got my
good.
first question ready to go.
What?
Friends and family, welcome back to another episode of Working on a Pod.
Woo, we're on.
We're joined by Coach Kai and Coach Kevin.
Yay,
Coach
our
Kai.
swim coaches
Hello.
for our beautiful
Coach Kai.
babies.
K&K Swimming, LA.
Yes.
What's up?
Shout out. Is this your guys' first podcast?
Like ever, yeah.
Yeah. That was
Get
my
that
first
microphone
question.
near your mouth, my sweet baby
No, he's
boy.
good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There you go. You're perfect. Oh God, it's good.
Well, thanks for choosing us.
Yeah, thank you for picking us as your first pod.
podcast.
Well, you're actually one of my favorite podcasts. So like I listen to you. I told you beforehand I listen to you guys all the time. Like
Clip it.
like what's the, you know what was one of my favorite ones? Who was your friend that like I think it was a couple months ago who was like, you know, the singer, the famous singer who was like, you're pregnant? And you're
Oh,
and they were
Jesse
like,
McCartney.
Jesse
Yeah,
McCartney.
and
Oh,
you
yeah.
guy like, no.
I was rattled.
Yeah.
Everyone lied to me that day.
Got him.
That was a good one. Thank
That
you
was the
for
best
listening to our
marketing.
pod.
I
Yeah.
just thought
there
that
you
was
go.
like you guys just played that so well. You're like, yeah.
I,
And you're like,
they lied to
oh.
me, and they both didn't also know that he wasn't pregnant, but they just went with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
No, I think I knew. I did my research.
you did?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
did
no.
too. I thought
Oh.
I did. Remember?
No, we had a conversation with him before.
Oh,
it
yeah.
started.
And
We
that happened.
cheated.
And
yeah,
then,
you cheated.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I was left alone. Anyways, our kids are learning how to swim.
Right.
Pool safety is everything. It's number one. We have an amazing pool. We're so lucky, and we have a
Beautiful
fence.
home. Sorry, I didn't
Thank
mean
you
to
so
cut you off.
much. No, we have like a great glass fence that protects anyone, whoever go.
Enough about our pool.
Yeah,
Let's talk about.
doesn't matter.
Let's
I'm just
talk
trying to say the
about-
importance of safety swimming.
There you go.
Okay.
How did you two? First of all, I always mix up who's Kevin and Kai. You are Kai.
Yeah, well, an easy way to remember it. So my name means Ocean Hawaiian.
Your name means ocean.
Follow your
Hawaiian.
mouth.
Sorry.
Follow your mouth.
Follow your mouth.
Means Ocean Hawaiian.
Okay.
Yes, because so big guy, Ocean,
Kai.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was
Big
gonna
guy,
say big
Kai.
guy, big guy, small name, smaller dude, longer name.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you could both be Kai's and you could both be Kevin's.
I feel it. I feel
You
it.
know. Okay, Kai and Kevin.
How'd you guys meet?
How'd you meet?
We were both working at this one place in Santa Monica / Venice, and it was a swim school that was,
All right.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even go that far. It was a babysitting program that was in the water, and so
Because we came from our backgrounds,
yeah,
like
of swimming a lot.
Yeah.
Like training other people, working at serious schools, and then going to this place where I'm like trying to teach people, and the administration or the owners like, don't push people that hard. Like don't have them learn that much. Like just let them chill. And I kind of got fed up with that kind of stuff because I was like, what am I doing here?
Love it. So you were like, let's start our own business.
Yeah, exactly.
because we were like, okay, so we kind of want to do like we have our own system that we kind of were like, okay, this is how we want to teach kids.
Yeah.
And we were kind of and like whenever we made suggestions at this company, they were like, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea, but
And they would literally anything. They'd be like, oh, that's a great idea. Shelve it and never hear about it again. And then you
Huh.
ask about it and they're like, we're still implementing that. I'm like, bro, it's been a year. Like I just suggested something that takes 5 minutes to implement. And because they never wanted to, what is it? Like shake the boat or whatever, rock the boat. They just
Mm.
wanted to do everything that works and no more, no less.
So you took matters into your own hands. How long have you guys been K&K Swimming LA?
we officially started 2020 in the heart of
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Because I
You're
was
so brave.
It was. I mean, listen. We were wearing the masks, the visors.
Oh,
it was really fun
no.
because some of the kids,
Okay, good.
when they removed, the mask mandates, we took off our masks and they didn't know what we looked like. And some of the kids were like, "Whoa, man, this dude has like a beard and a mustache."
Yeah.
So it was a fun adjustment because they could see they only recognize the eyes and it's a new human being just walked in. So it was a good time.
Yeah, I just remember because we started because literally like because we worked for this company and like we were working it during COVID and I was like, what are we doing? I was just like, let's just do our own thing because I was like, let's start the website. Made the website. I think we started with like what's those one
Wix.
Wix at beginning or whatever,
Little
just
template.
to start it out and then we were like, okay, let's see what happens and then boom, boom, boom.
And then
boom,
you
boom.
get clients through word of mouth.
It was initially word of mouth. We tried Facebook advertising, and we got bots like hitting us
No
up,
way.
that kind of stuff. So we switched to Google, and Google's been very good to us. But word of mouth is probably like 30 to 40% of what we pull in.
Yeah, I heard about you through Jason Derulo's kid, and I saw
Oh,
videos of how well that kid can swim. Jason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like the dude's swimming from one edge of the pool to the other.
Yeah, like underwater.
The kid,
and
yeah.
everything. Yeah,
And he's
remember you
Riley.
said
Without
that.
fins
He's like
now, or,
younger
like,
than Riley, and
we
I was
got him?
like, what?
Without fins.
Oh, we got him without fins now.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
rolls to his back to breathe, or he'll pop up now. Because
Oh, we got him to actually swim on his back now and all
He's a
that.
star. No, this kid is ready for the Olympics. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So I was like, Jenna, his mom, I was like, who are these men? I need them. And she was like, they're great. And then I found you guys.
How
And
did
now
you-
Riley loves you.
I want to know the moment that you were like, K&K Swimming. Like, how
That's
did
the
Right.
name. That's the
Yeah,
name.
we were brainstorming because we're like, we want something cute, and we're like, otter swim.
Or
Something
I remember
else.
I think I fought for
Oh.
like islands because I'm from Hawaii.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, let's do like island swimming
Yeah,
or
the
something
island
like
swim
that.
school, and I'm like,
But that didn't work for Kevin, right? Kevin,
Yeah,
you
he
want
was
to talk
like,
about this?
he was
yeah,
like,
I don't like islands.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't like islands.
Let's touch base on this. So, professional swim coach, big fear of islands. I don't know what the
Yeah.
term for that is. It must be
It
interesting.
must be a
Some
tour.
sort of
Google
phobia.
it quick.
you
Got
know,
it.
island phobia. Like,
Island
Yeah.
phobia? Maybe as simple as that.
Some sort of phobia.
I get
And
it, dude. I get it.
How did this come about? You watched Pirates of the Caribbean, and when Jack Sparrow gets abandoned on that island,
And
like,
you're like, what would
was
I
that
do?
Not gonna be me.
This
Yeah.
is going into a little therapy session for a moment there.
Love
yeah,
it.
that's,
Like
that's what we
unlocking
do
some-
here.
No,
Arr,
in
arr,
reality,
arr,
it
arr.
was just, I don't know, like just the idea of like, on this plot of land and can't really get off of it if I wanted to, and all of a sudden, what can I do? Because here, I can walk somewhere, I guess. If it's an island where I could see another land, I can swim there. I know, but like if
know.
I can't see land, then I'm like, bro, I'm so done.
You'd be scared on a cruise ship then.
I
When you
only
just
went on a
look
cruise
out.
ship once, like only one time. I would go again, but like
I
one of the
loved it.
coastal ones.
Oh, yeah, where you can see land the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
you were like the Alaskan cruise one because
Yeah.
that one's like I think is the shore all the time. So you're like, oh,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
I see.
nice.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
I feel heard. I feel very heard.
Yeah,
very understandable.
that makes
But
sense.
Kai, it's your goal to get
Oh.
Kevin to go.
Yo, to Maui, to my home island.
Yeah.
Is it
Were you like
happening?
born
Oh,
and
it's-
raised there?
We're trying to
well-
do November.
Oh yeah. So, well, to answer your question, man, yeah, I was actually raised there. I was born in New York. My parents were hippies because they were like
Sick.
because they were friends with like the whole Jerry Garcia and like Grateful Dead scene over there, and
Cool.
they were like, "You got to move out here. This is the
Oh.
island." And they were like, me as 1 year old, like barely 1 year old. They're like, "Okay, we're taking him to Maui," and his name's already a Hawaiian name. They're like, it just fits
Yeah,
already. So
exactly.
Oh.
there you go. And then I lived there so I was like 13, 14. They took me back to New York. I was like, what?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, you poor thing. Were you
Oh.
upset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is my proper speaking, but I grew up on the island, so I actually know how to speak pidgin.
No
Hawaiian.
way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like how's life? How's
I was
auntie?
like Halsey?
You know-
I didn't know
shoots.
she could
Like
do that.
shoots means like like shoots. Thanks.
Shoots.
Like how's it? Auntie. How's it? Uncle.
Oh, how's it?
Like that kind of stuff. And my mom,
So
Sick.
you brought that back to New York.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the hell?
they're like, who's this kid? But
Aw.
it helped me because they were like, oh, he's from Hawaii. This new kid from New York kind of thing. And I was like, okay, I'll
It's
go
an
with
interesting,
it.
interesting place to come from, essentially.
How'd you
right?
get to LA?
So after college, I did high school, New York, high school, college in New York. And then I was like, after college, I was like, I'm going to go back to Hawaii with my ex. And that, I lived there for, half a year with her. And it didn't work out because like I had a plan of what I wanted to do. And just, she didn't like that plan.
Oh, man.
Because my uncle has a 30-acre farm there, all developed. And he was like, you can live here as long as you want.
Wow.
All that. And when we got there, she's like, I don't like the animals. I don't like the mosquitoes.
Nar.
Oh no.
I'm not
That,
sure.
that sounds like
What
a
kind of
dream.
animals?
I know,
What kind of
right?
animals?
So then I had to move into like a $2,000, apartment in Hawaii for like half a year. And I'm like, didn't work out. So I was like, okay, let's go back, to New York for a little bit, just to help out with family. And then I saved up money, came out to LA because the ex was like, I live here in LA, so why don't you live out here? And
Oh man.
because she did the same thing for me because that was my mentality. And then I'll come here at LA, and then like literally like 2 weeks in we broke up, and I was like,
And you were out here by yourself?
I was I was lucky enough. I had my 2 aunts that live here.
Oh,
so,
that's good.
they were like, you
family.
can live here and all that for a month or so.
Oh,
and,
that's great.
Nice.
and I just instead of going back home, I was like, I'm just gonna do something here. And I was like, I'm not gonna let that define.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, you just figured it out.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed any of that. I'd have been like,
Good
you
man,
came from
Kai.
Hawaii right here. And then
Oh.
you're like, I teach swim. And then you have swim class.
But that's literally how we met, because
That's a
this guy
lot.
just like moved here recently, and he went
How'd
and found
you
a
get
swim
to
job.
LA?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was born in Ukraine, but like literally the same age that his parents brought him to Hawaii, my parents brought me to Los Angeles. So I've been here for
Wow.
my entire life. I consider myself like a born and bred Angelino. But yeah, like it was like 1999. Came out here, West Hollywood. It was like all Russian stores. All the the facades were in Russian, and over time it's been crazy to like see it change from that to like just a pop in neighborhood with like modern shops and little modern restaurants and stuff, rather than all the vestiges of what I remembered from back then. So it's pretty trippy.
Wow.
Oh, but to go back to answer your question, how I'm going to get him to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So
Take
we're
him to the big one.
yeah. Well, I'm going to
Now we're going to Maui. We're going
Oh,
to
okay,
Maui.
we're going to
Maui.
Maui.
That's where he
my
knows how-
favorite.
Maui no Ko'oi.
Yeah.
Maui is the
Naka'oi.
best. That's what that means. So,
I love that.
Well, not I am Hawaii pride for. Oh, sorry, Hawaii pride for all the islands, but
State fish. Do you know it?
State fish, yeah. Oh my.
Bro, High
Yeah.
School Musical.
We went there when we were
Oh no,
8.
that's from forgetting Sarah Marshall. That guy, like, can you name me the like the fishes
Yeah.
of Hawaii?
Oh, we repped that fish.
Yeah.
We came home. We went on
It's my
vacation there when
favorite.
we were like 10 or something. And we came home. We were like, this is the fish.
is
And
my
we
favorite thing to
know
say.
it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I keep picturing Kai as like the kid from Jungle to Jungle, like
Oh.
just
Yeah.
bringing.
I love that kid.
I know.
Funny enough, I actually grew up in the jungles of Hawaii in Haiku. That's where I grew up.
And then you went to New
Yeah.
York.
Huh?
Yeah.
And then you went to
jungles.
You are him.
Jungle to jungle.
You've done so well, and now you teach swim.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Is Riley the
Terrified of
most
water?
afraid swimmer that you coach?
Oh no.
No, before you even finish your question, we were both shaking our heads.
Cool.
There's kids who will
'Cause I
like
warned
grab at
them.
your face, and like if you try to get them on their backs, like they will open their eyes, look at you, and just reach for your face, trying to like either inflict some damage or get you to
Oh.
relent in your pursuit of a backflip. You know?
Ah, Riley's
Wow.
doing great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's why the first lesson
Huh?
you said, oh, he's been more nervous about water in his ears.
Yeah.
We went in, we're like, all right.
He's just
wheels on the
very
bus real
intelligent.
quick.
He was like us at our
Yeah,
age.
you
Like
could
he's
just
very
talk to-
aware.
Yeah, he's aware of what's
Cool.
happening. He knows what he's worried about or like what he might be anxious about. So if we can just direct them in a different way or kind of get him to the same point without him having to go through the, oh, I'm about to put my ear in. Like I'm like, no, let's sing a song. Boom, look, we just dragged your ear in.
Dude, they sing songs all day.
Hit us with something.
Oh,
Give us a
5,
little
6,
action.
7, 8.
Oh my god.
Row,
no.
row. What do
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
oh,
know?
yeah,
You do
what
the
is
The
it?
school
wheels on the
bus. The
bus.
wheels
Oh,
on the bus.
The wheels on the bus go round and round,
Hey.
round and round,
Yeah.
round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round,
Say what?
Hey.
all through the town.
That's where they
That's
go.
right,
Hey.
yeah.
Riley
That's what
does
they do
does a
when they
remix
love
while you
it.
guys are gone. He goes, Coach Kai and Coach Kevin are gonna come, and we're gonna sing "The Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Poop,
Yeah.
Round and Poop."
He's like a full comedian now. where he
He's
tries to do
discovered
that.
the wonders of
Yeah.
poop humor.
We were gonna
Change
say
the
like,
lyrics.
that's another funny thing that we noticed with this age, especially with boys, like poop humor.
Yeah, poop.
If you,
Like-
if,
Yeah.
exactly,
He
if the
loves
kid's
it.
nervous, you like make a little fart noise, and they're like,
Oh,
"Ha,
it's
that's
his
homie
favorite.
right there."
Right.
When he
just did
farts, I
that.
call him.
Yeah.
You did?
Well,
Yeah.
Mom said that the grapes were make you into a fart machine, and then he puts
So many in your
grapes.
mouth.
Yeah, I'm just making fart noises. He's like, "You're a fart machine."
This boy rips butt, and
Yeah.
and he waits for me when I'm like helping put on his pants. And then he goes,
Oh.
and I'm like, yo,
Bro. That's
he's
devious.
such a boy. Yeah,
Just
he's
it's
smart.
all
my boy.
fun misdirections is pretty much what you got to do to make sure he doesn't realize kind of
That
because he's just like, I don't want to experience that.
Yeah.
But if you distract him, but he's like, oh, we did it.
Yeah, it's a,
Yeah.
it's a
Okay.
psychological like little mind.
It's
like,
a little
thing,
game,
you
yeah.
know?
Because the thing is, like, it's the anticipation that's scary, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's that when you're on the cusp of, let's say, a bridge about to jump with a bungee jumping thing, like, once you're doing it, it's already happening.
Mm.
But before you go, you're like, oh, what if this? What if that? You have all these things that you start predicting, and once you realize that, oh, I've been kind of ushered through it without much concern, all right, not as bad as I thought. And then you kind of ease them in. So the next time you're gonna do for example, when we say underwater, we say scuba. Next time
Or
you do
if
a
you could change
scuba-
the word, like ease up.
when if the kid is still worried and they're like, oh, I don't want to do a scuba, don't worry about it. We're not doing scuba. We're just swimming. We're gonna do a quick alligator swim. Alligators go underwater. We're gonna do that.
Because then the
Cool.
overall end like word I just like to use is like let's just swim.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
swim. Like 1, 2, 3, swim.
Swim there. You
You know,
like,
because then they assimilate. Okay, this is swimming.
yeah, like
Dude, they like speak the same,
Well,
and
I
then
was
they'll
just
look at
about
each
to
other
say,
in the
like,
pool.
you
they're
guys
like,
are
Synced
so
Such a good
good
team.
together. Are there
Thank
things
you.
you don't agree on?
"Ooh,
yeah.
stir up the pot."
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, there have been times we've disagreed on like how to properly advertise or how to approach a certain situation, but we've learned to just figure it out. Or like, one time you take the lead, one time I'll take the lead, kind of thing. Figure it out.
And
So
the big one is the employees one, because I know,
yeah,
because I've been pushing, like, I want to get employees or like,
Yeah.
like contractors that can
Build a
help
team.
build a
Yeah.
team.
Build
But
a team.
he's where I know it's a nerve. I'm
Yeah.
nervous too about, like, training these people.
Trusting
and then,
people.
Yeah.
And
that's,
then
that's
will they have
exactly it.
That's hard,
the
dude.
quality?
Hard. They
And
show
then
up,
they
they're
have
just
the
like-
same quality
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, no.
dedication.
Because they're representing us, especially like say we're gonna be there
Yeah.
for the first 3, 4, 5 lessons, and then we're supposed to kind of like fledgling bird push them out. And be
That's
like, go
nice
make
of
me
you to
money.
even be there. Some companies are like, you're gonna have this person, that's it. And
Yeah,
we're
no,
like, oh.
that's the last thing we want is for one bad lesson to tarnish your reputation. Like,
Oh yeah.
we have a coach who like looks away when the kid falls in, and yeah, the kid will be okay, but the kid is now terrified of
Terrified.
swimming. Well, we just ruined that kid.
You're right. Don't do it.
Yeah, right.
That's
You
so
see?
scary, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you.
This is a different level.
You
Yeah,
will
it's
find-
not like
It's so funny because my mom's like, "Oh, if I lived out there, Kai, I would do this for you in a heartbeat." Because
Aw,
my
that's
mom was a swim teacher
sweet.
for me, so that's
I
why.
would totally hire your mom. I trust her. We love you, mom. And then for the first time ever, we had you guys coach Barry and Riley at the same time.
Yeah.
And I was like, how are they going to do it? And you guys were like working together while doing it. Like when you cross paths, you're like, we're doing great over here. I think we should get to the Humpty Dumpty part. It's going to be perfect. He's
Yeah,
ready.
your communication
And
skills are top.
I have a
notch.
video of it. You're like, absolutely. I have no doubt that he's ready. Let's do it. And then he went back to your kids and it was awesome.
We appreciate that.
So
I
impressive.
think that's why we got together for the first place for the company, because
Yeah.
we saw that we were so similar in that synchronizing. So we were. Oh, I'm messing up that word already.
No, you're-
Synchronizing. I make up words too.
Well, I have auditory processing disorder, so it's like me
Is
with
that-
words.
Oh, wow. Synchronizing. My dad does it too. He'll make up a
Synchro-
word
I
like
feel
spiniosis.
actually, let me see your like.
You're trying to say
lip sync.
syncopating and
So say it-
synchronizing.
I have
A little
to see
bit of
lips.
syncopation.
Syncopated.
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 Are we
Syncopated.
misleading him now? He's saying the wrong words.
What are we doing? I know. I was like,
Did
why
you
do you want to
guys-
say syncopated?
Synchronizing.
Synchronizing.
Thank you. Because I
Did-
had a hard time with
yeah.
my S's, my growing up as a kid and all that kind of stuff. I had a
You
little
have speech
stutter.
therapy?
Yeah.
Riley had speech therapy.
And I graduated my speech therapy fully in 7th grade. I was in
Wow.
special ed.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of kids have speech therapy nowadays. Like,
Yeah.
and I realize it's because what is assumed, I guess, back in the day to just be like a normal little kid talking is now like, okay, then we can improve that earlier rather than waiting for the kid to be 7 before it's easy to understand them. Like, you can get them to be easily understood at age 4 or 3.
Well,
so
my-
they're going to be less.
What I do
frustrated.
love too is that you have a kid
Oh, yeah.
who is like around my kid's age. You have a daughter.
Little Miss Leia. I
Little Miss
love her.
Leia is the cutest thing ever.
About to turn 1 years old.
Wow.
And we get the best pictures of her all the time. He's like, look at her swim. He's just the most proud dad in the whole wide world, and I love it. But it's also nice to like watch you teach your daughter, and like I know that you know what it's like us watching our kid in the pool.
Oh, that's why when I was with Mr. Barry, like I'm very aware of like little ones.
Mr. Barry.
Mr.
He's
Barry got
the
me.
best
so
name.
regal.
Even
Yeah.
before I had a daughter, but I feel like having a daughter really did, make me realize like babies' emotions more and understanding. Like
Yeah.
they're just a baby.
Yeah.
Just a
And
baby.
And you're so good when he scubaed. He like cried, which I was shocked at because sometimes he doesn't, but he was so tired.
was
We're
just
trying to change his nap.
This is Mr. Barry.
Mr. Barry,
Okay, yeah, 'cause
he
I
went
didn't
under
even
and he
know that
went,
Mr. Barry was doing-
like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
yesterday, yeah.
started yesterday.
yeah.
I sent you all the videos. You didn't watch all of them?
No. So
I'm gonna
we'll
kill
play them
you,
during the
dude.
episode.
We have to play them. It's so funny
We
because
will.
Barry's looking at
So
me
explain
side-eyed like,
again.
are you kidding? So
Is this really
I
happening?
told him Barry was so comfortable and so good. And I was like, hey, you could scuba him if you want, like get nuts. And he was like, I think he's ready. And they did it and he cried a little and he was so good at being like, distract. He was like, oh, the wheels on the bus. And like,
Exactly.
and it was
I think he
brilliant.
liked the
Like,
row, row,
the row, row.
He's
He
like-
loves that song.
He's like, yeah.
He was like, oh,
He
we
was
good.
like,
He's
yeah.
a singer. And Barry's
literally, it was
had,
like 2 seconds. He was like trying to be like, and I was like, row,
Yeah.
row. He was like, oh.
Sing to me. Yeah, he also
Okay.
has had like his stranger danger phase lately. So I was nervous, like,
That's understandable.
but I forgot Barry loves men. Barry loves my Uncle Steve who has a beard. So I wonder if he's like, oh, dude, is Uncle Steve holding me right now?
Yeah.
Like, I'm safe. It's so funny when I hand him to girls, he's like, and like freaks out.
He's afraid of cooties.
Well, that's
Yeah,
another
yeah,
because Because
loves
people
men.
always ask us like, oh, like two strange men that walk up to like these children. Like, how does that
Yeah,
go?
because people are like, oh, is it normal that the kid is crying the first lesson? I'm like, okay, put yourself in the kid's shoes. Two dudes 3 times your size walk up to you, go, let's come here, kid. We're going swimming.
With beards.
Yeah,
Big
right. Like
beards.
it's unnerving. Like,
I think we just approach it as like, because I feel like we, looking at me, you think I have like this voice like, oh, hello.
How are you,
Yeah.
big man? I'm gonna take you in the water now.
But you guys are so gentle.
Yeah, that's how,
You're
because
so sweet.
like we want to build up their confidence, like,
and
oh,
their
yeah.
trust.
Try your best, like try your best. We're
And you
just
bring a
trying-
bag of toys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That always
And
works.
We figure out what toy appeals to every child, and we're like, all right, so this kid, boom, he likes the boats. Let's go gather some boats.
You've also
Like,
noticed Riley's OCD, that like he's
Oh.
not diagnosed with it, but like he loves lining stuff up.
Even in the
yeah.
pool.
And you
And so
you
we just-
learned that, and it was so good.
Just to give you something to, a lot of our children love
Love
to do
lining
that.
up.
They-
What
they
is
love-
that?
Love lining,
It's
and
so
they love
they love
cute.
organization.
like we
Yeah,
have that, who was
structure.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally human activity, right? We love our
Yeah.
patterns, and we've been doing it for like
Sick.
100,000 years at least.
He literally goes and gets boats, and then he's like, "Let's go line them up next to the other one." And you see Riley do it with his cars.
Yeah.
So he's like, "I'm at work right now. I'm working so hard. I love this. It's brilliant."
I think that shows like a great sign of intelligence. and all
Yeah,
that,
Thanks.
because he wants
like,
things to be in a
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
that makes sense to him, and also realistically makes sense to everyone. You look over, you're like, oh, that's an organized line of boats right there, bro. You figure it out.
I need to ask you the most realist question, and you have to tell me the truth because I've been in denial. Every swim lesson, do you want the parents close or do you want us out of sight?
Tell her the truth.
Because I am yelled at by my husband and sometimes our nanny of
Never
like,
yelled
not
at-
yelled.
come on.
No,
Jeez.
they're like,
Jeez.
they're more like,
Get outta
no,
here.
they're literally like, stop
And-
going out there.
and
You're distracting
also,
them. And I'm like, I want to be close and cheer for them.
I haven't done
But
that
tell
in
me
the
the
past
truth.
2 sessions.
You
We've
haven't.
been out there together.
We have been, and I love you. But every single
Kyle.
other one.
You don't have to look at her.
Don't
Yeah,
look at me.
Look at me.
Just tell the audience, the listeners, what you would prefer.
She's like,
Fuck. Here it comes. They're so quiet. I'm
Whatever
doomed.
people prefer.
Oh, shut up.
No,
What's the real answer?
Okay, if a kid
Okay.
is like very antsy and like is like laser
I think it
focused
depends
on
on
the
the
parent,
kid.
yeah,
Depends
there
on
we
the
go. Every kid's unique. There we go. That's
You
fair.
going like,
Good
let's
answer.
because there
get
are
mom a
kids with like
gift. He
attachment
liked it.
issues where
Yes.
it's like I see the because this is what some parents, if they're not used to it, like, okay, so like kids will cry,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
if they're like,
and that it tugs at the
scuba.
heartstrings.
Yeah.
So parents are like,
but
gotta help my child.
one thing though, because I've done swimming teaching for 15 years, you've been doing it for a total of like,
yeah, like 10, 10
11
years.
or
Yeah, 10,
12
11 years,
now.
yeah.
and so what, like we just, we've now distinctified like what is like, what kind of cry it is. Like
Yeah.
what, you know what I mean? Like, okay, this is a cry of pain.
Yeah.
This is
like,
a cry.
This is fake.
Yeah.
This is like you're forcing it.
Right.
But you could tell because sometimes kids are just like only focused on the parent and they won't look at the toys. They won't do anything.
Ah.
So then we'll tell the parents like, step back. Like
Good.
if
So
there's
you
a
would
calm-
tell me.
Yeah, if it's impacting the lesson negatively, and we won't be like you have to leave, but we'll be like, hey, it might be best.
I feel like, I feel like they would have told me.
And
No, we're honest,
also,
we're honest.
As long as we're being honest, Megan, you
fuck.
just get so excited that while he's focusing on swimming, you're like, yeah!
Do you like
that
when we
he
cheer or
loses
do you
his
hate it? Because at
focus.
gymnastics, they are like, shh. And they literally have a sign that says no parents allowed. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm about to scream. Woo! You know?
I feel it.
It really, we like to cheer for our students.
Yeah.
when, like,
Yeah.
do
We
a
ap- we
competition.
I
Yeah,
follow
see,
you.
That's,
appreciate
that's
the
their
parents.
job. They're gonna cheer.
But I'm a
Yeah.
cheer for my kid.
No, we appreciate it because especially like after a scuba, like if the kid was hesitant about going to scuba, like with Riley, right?
Yeah.
He came out of the water, and what did we do? Like you guys cheered.
Like, I think
cheered.
that's a positive
so
because
he
they
was
see like parents are like, okay, this is a, like,
Yeah.
you're doing good. Like,
Yeah,
great job.
Babies like will, we know the kid will fall
Yeah.
down, and they'll look at the parent for a reaction to see, what do I do? Do I cry now, or is it okay?
Yes.
And so it's the same thing. The kid comes out, they're a little bit nervous. There's water in their eyes, and then they hear their parents cheering and going, "Good, great job, Riley." And he's just like, "Wasn't as bad as I thought." Okay.
Yes.
Do you think goggles are gonna help Riley with his scuba?
I hope. I have a bad feeling he's going to be like, ow, it's tight here and blah, blah,
But,
blah,
like,
you
he's-
know?
like, because I'm a glasses wearer. And all
Yeah.
that. And like he's used to glasses.
yeah.
So I,
Loves the
so maybe it would
glasses.
so I
help.
feel
I
like
get it.
it's something on
I
your
get that.
eye, and like
Yeah.
especially if you get the prescription ones.
That's
Yeah.
what we're
like-
getting,
Then he's gonna love it,
right?
Because
And it's not like a negative thing. It's not a negative thing.
Have him wear it like outside of the pool, like
Okay.
Hell
just
yeah.
so he equates it
Yeah.
with glasses, just glasses that attach to your face. and that way when we do wear it in the water, it's not going to be unnatural. You know,
Because I'm guessing when like if he does basketball in the future, or whatever, you know,
he's
because I
gonna wear
remember.
goggles.
Well, I had I had the sport one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he had those.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you wear
Yeah.
contacts now?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, without glasses, he looks like this.
Yeah. I have a lazy eye.
Oh yeah,
It
Oh,
goes
that's
in.
my dad.
My right one goes out.
It's my
No
left.
way.
And it goes in.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
My dad,
and-
every
Damn.
family photo, it's like going this way. My mom's like,
Oh.
It's only when I
So
focus on
cute.
something real close or if I'm tired.
Yep.
This show is brought to you by Symbiotica.
If you're trying to fix your gut health like we are, you should really try Symbiotica.
Since taking their products, I've noticed such an incredible change in my overall energy levels, my
Mm.
sleep quality too.
Wow.
I've been recommending it to everyone.
You sure have. They are formulated with the highest quality ingredients out there, and Symbiotica is very transparent about how and where they source their ingredients to ensure you get the best products possible.
Their formulas don't have any seed oils, preservatives, toxins, artificial additives, or natural flavors. And in a time when we're just getting bombarded by inflammatory ingredients like that, it's awesome that Symbiotica is putting in the work to hold up to scrutiny.
We need them, so thank you. I really heard that their liposomal vitamin C was lit and awesome, and that it helps with collagen production and it boosts immunity. It's just great. Take a look for yourself, read the reviews. I'm sure you're gonna love it.
Feel more energized, alert, and balanced with high quality supplements that work. Head over to symbiotica.com and use code Workin On It for 20% off plus free shipping on your subscription order. That's Workin On It, WORKINONIT, 20% off.
I'm gonna do it now.
Do it now.
So me time is very important. You have your you time, right?
Yeah, everyone
Time
needs
for
it.
yourself.
Everyone needs that.
Maybe you love binge watching your favorite show or online shopping, but have you ever tried iGaming yet? Dude, it's like bringing the thrill of Vegas right into your living room.
One of my favorite ways to unwind, guys,
Mm.
love to play.
Oh, yes.
They have an incredible variety of games that just keep things fresh and exciting every time I log in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love it so much because, look, I'm a gamer, right? I play games on my computer. Now I could be anywhere in the world, and I'm just iGaming, going nuts on Love to Play. It's so much fun.
It's so cool. And it's not just about the games. Love to Play has a fantastic community of fellow gamers. Hello, friends.
It's so welcoming and inclusive, and it's just a place where you can connect with others and share your experiences, make new friends, and meet people who love gaming just as much as you do.
That's right. And we have a good time gaming, don't we?
Oh, we got a great time gaming.
Yeah. We got
I
a
love
little
watching
competitive.
you play
yeah,
games.
Yeah. And then we're just iGaming. We're using Love to play each other.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
we
have
love each
balance,
other.
Yeah, it's relaxing, but also, a little
So, are
competition.
you ready to turn your downtime into fun time? Yeah. Head over to www.lovetoplay.com. Claim your first 50 spins for free using promo code Workin On It. All caps WORKINONIT.
You got
And
it.
start your exciting journey today.
That's LOVE, the number 2, PLAY.com.
Find excitement in every day with Love to Play.
Yeah.
That rhymes.
How do you guys feel about ISR? Sorry, I just screamed.
Well, because we're WSI, we're water safety instructors, so they taught us that's
How
the
to do
highest.
it?
Well, that's the highest division that you can get for swim teaching in
Okay.
American Red Cross. So they taught us how to do ISR and all
Okay.
that kind of stuff. And they just said that
What's
like
the top? WSI is the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
It's for like teaching other coaches.
we can
and-
teach swim
and-
coaches. We can
Cool.
like to actually be better at their job.
I didn't know that. You guys are cool.
Thanks,
Smart.
girlfriend.
You could hire a team.
Oh, don't do it. Okay. And then, yeah, because, and what age do you recommend if people do it? Because swim safety is number one, is everything. But we did it with Riley. And then we came home. We didn't have a pool. So we never got to practice what we were learning.
Makes sense.
And then he forgot it. And I think he just took that time as like,
What did I get from that?
what did I
Yeah.
get from that? And I think it's because we couldn't go right to a pool.
From our experiences, it just seems like ISR really works beneficial when they're like the young peak age to
Yeah,
start
really
swimming.
young.
Like
6-month-olds can handle it because they won't
Yeah.
remember it,
Yeah.
but they will know the feeling of everything. Because with ISR, it's just like training them. If you detect that you're falling, water's getting close to you,
Yep.
eyes closed, mouth closed,
Spin.
and then roll over.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll
Yeah.
and chill. And
but with
so,
me, like I do those skills with my daughter, but like I like to be more like like good job. Like, like I like
I
to give her a
know.
break. I like to give her a break.
like there has to be positive reinforcement rather than like 10 relentless minutes of just like boom, 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 boom. Here
Yeah.
you go. Here's your child.
And that was one where like he literally would throw up at the end because he would
Yeah.
drink so much water, and
I-
it was like, I don't know, it was tough to watch.
I didn't like it.
We didn't like it.
No, it's
Daryl
alright.
was smoking pot every night because he
He
was
was
so
stressed?
stressed out.
No, I get
To where I
it.
was like, do you have a problem? You okay? And he was like, no, I hate it. It was horrible. And when I
No.
look, and he passed his test. He did great.
Yeah.
But during his test, when he had like the sweatshirt on and the big ski pants, and when he passed his test, he fell asleep. He was just floating there sleeping. We had to
that's
wake
good,
him
though.
up. And I was like,
Wow.
Yeah, he
Survived.
passed.
is he
the
so
test, but-
exhausted because he
yeah.
passed it? Like, what?
No.
All of it just was like so iffy to me. And I don't want to do that with Barry, but I want you guys to come in and do your soft, gentle approach.
Well, that's what I mean. So our approach is I just feels like it works the same amount as the ISR thing.
It's as effective without the negative drawbacks.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really think that like on accident,
But I'm not
Riley
like I don't
is
want to
terrified
like
of water because of that.
I don't wait. Is
A
it all right
lot
if
of
I
ki-
just
a lot
say
of
like
kids
is it all right if
are.
I don't want to shit talk
No,
No, no,
other
no.
company because like
This is just what
It's
you
so
do.
and it's
Yeah.
so important, and it's so good if you have a pool and your kid is around water
Yeah,
or a
safety
lake or
first.
anything. Safety first.
But if
do
you're an
it.
amazing ISR coach, I don't want to like discourage like how much they've
Oh, yeah.
done
Yeah,
and
this
all
is
that
a
kind.
personal experience.
That's
with
just a
Riley.
personal
Riley was
like
a little
Riley
older.
was. He was too old, I think,
Yeah.
too.
Well,
He
you want
was
to hear
like-
because
We
we
had-
had another kid that was the
We
same
had a
age.
pair,
Oh, sorry.
we had a pair of kids. Remember?
Yeah,
you remember
same,
them in Burbank area. It's two boys. They were like 3, just turned 3.
No,
so they're-
2.5.
Were
Oh,
they 2.5?
man.
So,
three.
but
They
they,
were
they
Riley,
could talk,
like, they were
right?
like-
They could talk.
Yeah,
They could
that's
stand.
the
They could climb
worst.
out.
Yeah.
And so their moms were like, "We want this, 5 days a week for 2 weeks. Just like push these kids to learn." They also would not heat the pool.
But we
So-
try to do our like for the first like day or two to do our approach. Like, okay, good job.
yeah.
Like, but the mom was like, no, I want the.
I want to be
ISR.
firmer and faster.
Oh,
I
throw
want the
'em in.
ISR.
And so like these kids, like again, they passed the test. So like we spun them in place to get
But,
them dizzy. Threw
again,
them
it
in,
was-
they swim back, or climb out, and just weep. Like it was
Oh.
heartbreaking. And every day this would be happening. And I'm like, I feel
Because when we got that, they
like,
would be
I feel-
screaming at us like, ah!
yeah, they would see
And
us
I'm
and,
like,
just like
oh,
grab their mom and just be like,
no.
no.
I'm just
yeah,
like-
they're about to get
and I'm like,
waterboarded,
dude,
dude.
no, literally,
We
like,
don't
I
want
felt
people to
like a mo-
hate water.
I felt like a
Yeah.
monster just walking into this
I
house.
know. I
being
think
like,
there's limits.
"Hello."
I think you got to check your like. It depends on your child. I don't know. As the parent of the child, we had to sit there for 10 minutes. It was just 10 minutes, but it was the longest 10 minutes of my life. And they were like, "Do not say anything and do not smile. Do not do anything," because he couldn't talk yet. He was delayed speaking, so he couldn't talk yet. But he would look at us like, "Why?
What have you done
know?
to
What have
me?"
you done?"
He
and
had a lot
we'd-
to say.
We'd get in
He
the
just
car,
couldn't.
and he was just like, "F you guys!" Like so upset. And once we passed, I was like, we're never doing this ever again. Just because our experience was so tough.
Well, it's funny because my cousins, because growing up, so I'm the oldest cousin out of the whole family. So again, I'm 4th generation swimmer out of the whole family. Again, I don't mean to diverge to that, but it's because my younger cousins did the ISR program
Oh,
instead of like us, where we like were taught by grandpa. That was
I know. I was taught by my dad.
yeah, like
Yeah.
because my grandpa was a swim instructor, mom was a swim
Cool.
instructor, so they taught all of us in the family.
like
My
my
aunt
s-
Lisa was like amazing swimmer in the family. Like she actually was gonna go to like college for the thing, like Olympic shoot, like
For the
tryouts,
thing. I
like,
love it.
full thing. And so like we were just taught to like be strong swimmers and like to be like try your best.
Yeah.
Try.
No one's gonna, but no one's gonna just shove you underwater.
No,
No
no.
one's going to dump you. Yeah.
I think that's the
We were
scary thing.
fish as kids. We were
Well,
always
But
swimming.
now but my
Yeah.
cousins did that ISR program, and then I remember my aunt was like, "Oh yeah, they were crying. They were
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like."
So Kai, you come from swim royalty. How did you get into swimming?
Yeah, how'd you get to
Um,
swim?
My family's, from the coast in Ukraine, so like it's expected that you have to know how to swim. So like,
Oh.
Try your best.
But no, in West Hollywood, joined a Russian swim team because like it's hilarious too. Like I was told I was probably like 6 or 7, and my neighbor who was a bit older was like on the swim team, and he was like, "Oh, it's really fun. You should come through." So I told my parents, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down to try it out." I tried it out, did it for about a week, and I was like, "The coach is kind of a douche. He's like just mean. He throws things at kids. Like, I don't know if I want to do this." They're like, "You've already started. You must finish."
Oh.
And so like 10 years later,
Oh, no.
10 years later, I was done, and I was just like, oh man. So
Oh,
like
man.
that was like just competitions. Like I was swimming like 2 hours a day for 5 days a week at minimum,
Damn.
like that kind of stuff. Like it was.
Oh, but tell them the temperature of the
strenuous.
pool. Like,
Oh yeah,
I
and
love
the
this
The best part about that was
because we both experienced this. I love
like
this.
so this pool was like in Hollywood High School. So the pool manager at the time, he liked his vacations, right? If it's spring break, he wants vacation. If it's winter break, he wants vacation. But he can't really take that time off because there's a pool to manage and there's a swim team renting it. So he would just mess with the thermometer. Like straight up, it's like, oh, it's about to be summertime. Drop the the thermostat to 65. And then, of course, our coach is going to be like, you're going to swim in that. You're going in that pool. And so you're swimming for like 30, 40 minutes. Your lips turn blue. You're like, I can't feel my hands. He's like, okay, now we're going to go run outside for a bit. And then tomorrow we're going to do the same thing. Swim in there, run.
Were you just absolutely shredded though?
I know. How's your body?
I always like to eat. You know what I mean? I was.
I mean, you'd be hungry as fuck after doing all that. Like, that's that's
yeah.
insane. That's so much work.
I think that's why I
so
don't
mad.
lose weight.
And you should have seen the son though, dude. The son of the coach. Like he had 3 sons, and they were all like, these dudes cried often at practice because he was extra tough. Like he was tough on all of us, but these kids, like at a competition, if they would like score a little bit below the time they wanted, like there were tears. There was a lot of like, rage.
Wow.
It was crazy, and that's why it's part of the reason again why like when we teach swimming, like we're fun, firm, but fair. Like we're not gonna baby the kid. We're gonna be firm about what we need them to do, but we're gonna celebrate it. We're gonna have fun doing it. Everything's going to be done correctly.
Oh, but to diverge, we are actually competitive swim coaches too.
Yeah.
We actually used to
wow.
teach. Yeah, I used to teach Junior Olympics. And he used to
I
teach Junior
trained a team here in LA as well.
Telling me an Olympic teacher.
I had
Is
a
at my
s-
house with my boys.
I had a 6-year-old that went to the junior tryouts and all that. She
Wow.
was
Oh my goodness.
amazing. Like it's like one of those like.
Are you watching the
star-
Olympics right now?
A little bit. It's just I watched
It's
the.
on Peacock.
You have a lot going on. I get it. Yeah.
yeah.
But no, it's just because I watched the old ones because I actually had friends that actually at my old company. So I'll actually shout out this one because my boss is amazing. I love him. John Collins from Badger Sports Club back in the East Coast.
Hey,
Worked
Jen.
for him, and he had Olympic faculty and all that. A lot. He sent like his father sent like a lot of people to the Olympics like during the 80s. Like this one swimmer that
Wow.
like I can't remember his name, but like he won like 3 Olympic medals at the time during that time.
Phelps?
Not it was the
Wait.
80s.
He's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
right.
The
but-
only swimmer.
the only thing that was big about him because like people are like, oh yeah, he's beating the commies. Like this
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
1984 or something like that,
Okay.
And but
That's sick, dude.
Back when the Olympics were fun.
Yeah.
but I had
Miracle, you ever
friends.
seen the movie?
But one of my
Again.
Okay.
Sorry, go.
no, I just wanted to finish because my one friend who was a coach there actually was at the gold medal with Phelps and the other guy at the Chinese
Lochte?
Olympics. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He was on the relay race. He was one of the
That's
gold
sick.
medal winners. Yeah.
Sick.
It's Mark. I think, I'm trying to remember his name. Mark, I think was his name.
Oh,
I had no idea any
Mark's
of
not
this stuff.
Spitzer or
No, it wasn't one of the but he's pretty broad. Like
they're all bro. They
Yeah,
all
I know.
Bro,
I
they're
know.
all shreddied.
I love that you could do it all, dude. I never would have like seeing you guys work with Riley. I would never have been like, oh, they can coach Olympic swimmers, like
Yeah,
because
dude.
you're so like playful and like singing
Oh,
wheels on the bus,
yeah.
and then you can just turn and be like, let's get you to the Olympics.
Let's get you there.
That's why I enjoy like working with both adults and children because it lets you kind of practice the full range of
Yeah.
how to do stuff. Because even with little kids, you explain to them why things work. You're not just gonna be like, okay, just do this. Well, why do I do that? Or why do I roll? Well,
Oh,
so
that's
you
what
can
I love
breathe.
about you.
You gotta know why things happen. Then you're willing to
Yes.
do them. If they're unknown,
It's
and
just
there's
like
a man-
Daniel Tiger,
the
the TV show. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know.
No, you
I
got-
love
you
that.
got-
No,
when
Daniel.
we do
My daughter.
something new,
You.
let's talk about what we'll do.
That's
It's so
cute. That is
good.
very
It helps
cute.
Riley so much with like a doctor appointment or the dentist.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, I want to go to the doctors. And I was like,
Aw,
oh, wait.
And I love how it's like
awesome.
Mr. Rogers themed
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like my daughter
But
loves
yeah,
that one.
It's a great
yesterday he was like,
approach.
stretch out your arms to the stairs because that's how we keep you safe and that's how you
Ah.
get there closer. So reach, reach, reach. And it was so
So
good.
there's always a rhyme to the reason and like why
Yep.
why you're doing this.
Exactly. Like you have, as long as people know, and when you teach an adult, you give the same explanation. You can just add more complexity to it. Like if I'm telling a kid, pull the water so you can move it and you can move too.
Mhm.
I'll tell an adult like, think about that you're taking some water and switching places with it. You're doing it a continuous time. Like you can explain timing better to an adult, but the essence of what you teach a kid and an adult is pretty much the same. So that it's pretty fun seeing that adults also get excited when they learn stuff. Like an adult will swim for the first time from the deep end to the shallow end and go, holy shit, like,
You
I
guys
can't believe I
teach
just did that."
adults?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell
We
yeah.
can-
I wish I knew someone who couldn't swim so I could be like,
know,
yeah, I gotta
dude.
watch you swim. You know how to swim.
I know, but like not that good. What if I could be a
God
Olympic
damn
status?
it. God damn it,
I've offered you a free
Daryl.
lesson.
Stop
If you
it.
want a
I'm
free,
down.
Shut
I'm down.
up, Daryl. So based off, can you like guess based off a kid's skill, like when you think they'll be able to swim?
Oh
Or
yeah,
is every
swimmer's eye.
kid
We have
different?
swimmer's eye.
Yeah.
Swimmer's eye.
Well,
Okay.
because we can tell like people's forms and like how strong they are, like
And
they're
like
capable to do
you've had a
things.
kid as scared as Riley or more scared.
Oh, more
Yes,
scared.
yeah.
Yeah.
His thing, he's not even scared of the water. He loves the pool. Every time we're like, want to go to the pool, he's like, yes.
Yeah.
Like when I said,
No, it's just
Auntie
control.
JoJo's coming
It's very
over.
he wants to be in
Yeah.
control.
He's like, if
things
he
need to be on
gets,
his terms.
and when I wash his hair, we have to wash his hair like every other day, or if it's like a real sweaty day, we're like, we're washing, it's wash your hair day, and he'll always go at the end, at the very end, and I'm like, "Ah, all right, kid.
Because he doesn't like water around his face
Yeah,
and
and
eyes.
so we
Oh.
wash Barry's hair every day just to
Mhm.
get used to that
Yeah.
feeling.
Makes sense.
And he's fine with it, but Riley literally runs from me in the bath and he goes, "Ah, ah,"
Oh,
you know, and I'm like, no, don't move.
that's-
And like the more he moves, the more mess it makes and the more it gets in his eye. And I'm
then
like,
it's
so when you
counterintuitive.
move, my love, that's why it's going in your eyes. If you just, you know, it's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
hard to explain to them, but it's
just-
it's
it's
a
the life
battle
of a
every
parent.
time.
The
Yeah.
life of a
Exactly.
parent.
But you'd be
I'm
surprised.
like, come on, you're gonna love this. And we went to a water park recently. We were on a cruise ship. It was
Mhm.
incredible. It was a water park
Oh,
on the
best
ship,
thing. I love
and then
those
there
as
was
a
an
kid.
island, and he brags about it. He's like, I went to a water
Yeah.
park, and I'm like, bro, you didn't get near the water. Like when there's like spouted water everywhere, he's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get wet, and I was like, that's the whole point. And it's
He
like
went down a slide with
100
Dad.
degrees.
I got it on. I got it
yeah,
on the vlog.
and the
I
whole
gotta
time
show
he's
you.
like this. He's like,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, I think I actually might have cut it.
You know
I
what's-
just,
Yeah.
yeah,
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good. It looked
Yeah,
sad.
you know what? It was cut.
gone.
Because I was like, hey, does
I
not-
just can't wait for him to not be that afraid. And I tell him, like, when you're older, you'll get it. But now he's like, when I'm older.
He's
You'd
so
be
young.
You guys
He's
will be
so
you'd be so
young.
surprised how many kids do not like the water in their eyes, and that's the
Really?
thing that stops them.
Or
from
even the ear
swimming.
because he does that ear action sometimes.
Yes,
But
he
like
does. He
can-
hates it.
Yeah.
but during the lessons, it's like less. It's like not even.
A couple of months ago, we had like a person reach out from who like their daughter was coming here from New York for like 2 weeks, and his wife was like, I wanted to learn to swim, and so did the lessons. And this kid could do everything. She could swim. She took she's like 5, I think, or sorry.
But they were
4.
telling like she's
She
terrified.
just won't put her eyes in. And
Yeah,
then she because
something like
the whole
that.
thing is like if water gets in her face, like she would just freeze up, try to stand up where she was, and like start rubbing her eyes aggressively and almost crying. Or like it was.
Oh, man.
But part of it is like water gets in your eyes, it's irritating, and also now you can't see and you don't know exactly what to do to make it go away. But the second she put her eyes in and actually like had the goggles on and felt confident enough to like stay there for 2 seconds, after some convincing and a couple of days of working and everything else, all of a sudden she's like, I want to do it again. I want to do it again. And for the last session that we did, it was literally like 30 minutes, 20 or 30 times back and forth underwater.
Tony, the goggles are going to be a game changer.
I
for
hope
us.
so, dude. I also think I remember. I know it's not my fault, but I always go back to memories where I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. When watch with your baby in the bathtub, I try to be fun mom and do stuff that like foams up to bubbles, but you don't realize kids don't know what bubbles are. So when the bubbles were happening, he was like, whoa. And then he put burning bubbles in his eyes and his mouth. And we were like, oh. And then he just looked at me and screamed. And I was like, I should have probably taught you, don't do that. And those are the moments that I go, is that why he's terrified?
Well, I think this is like it goes
No.
back to my special ed days because what my mom taught me and all that is like lean into the things that like they're strong at. So like if they're like my
Okay.
daughter right now in the water, especially a bathtub, loves lying down.
That's crazy.
So I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna go with this. Like she loves lying down. It's like bathtub, roll the water.
So smart.
Because my mom, because like I was like, she wanted to make me read when I was a kid, and then like instead of forcing books that I didn't like or whatever, she like saw like things that like I went towards, and then like like oh, what's this one? And like it's World War II, and I'm like 8 years old, but like I like the pictures on it. I was like, oh, what's so? But my mom,
Wow.
like PG'd it a little bit. It's like, oh, this is the American flag, United States did it. So that's. But the
I was
reason
like,
why,
that's the book you want to pick? That's cool.
but that's my whole philosophy is like you lean towards
Lean
what they're
towards
good
their-
at,
Okay.
and then, like,
Strengths.
and then
Exactly.
you build up
yeah.
from there.
Because Riley was happy to like kick over and grab the toy. Like, okay, if you're happy to kick, let's do it. Okay, now we're gonna put the toy over there and swim to
He's
it.
doing the chin now, so I'm
Yeah.
very
I know,
happy.
he's
Chin
so-
all the
yeah.
time. now.
Exactly. Like,
Chin all the time.
yesterday I was like, okay, chin. Now put your lips on the water and you just.
I'll
chill in
try to
there.
test him later on too. I'm like, yeah, when you put your mouth in the water, what do you do? Do you open it or do you close it? He's like, close.
Close.
Exactly.
Close
You
it.
start with the chin.
Start with the
that-
chin. Oh
little
yeah.
little steps, huh?
Yeah.
Oh
You just,
yeah,
like,
dude.
put your chin in the
I think we
water.
were thrown in,
Yeah, my dad just threw us in, and
but like it
worked
was
out, I
fun
guess.
somehow. I don't
I don't know.
remember
I
it.
can't remember.
I blocked out that trauma.
Thank
We
you.
survived though. I think he was just like, "You're ready," and we, yep.
Yeah, and
Held our
then we were
breath.
like frogs. We were in there forever. Water
Oh
frogs.
yeah. We were
Because you guys grew
always
up.
swimming.
Because you guys grew up in the East Coast too, right?
Nantucket on an
Yeah.
island.
Oh, really?
We were on an island.
Damn.
Plenty
That's
of stuff there.
Kevin, On an
Don't worry.
island?
Never going
Yeah,
in it.
Easy
no.
to survive.
It's so funny. My family, well, my mom growing
New
up went on
York?
vacation there all the time, and Martha Stewart, not Martha
Martha's
Stewart,
Vineyard.
Martha's Vineyard,
So
where Jaws was
cute.
filmed. Thank you.
Hanging with Mark Stewart.
Yes. Thank you for knowing that.
Fun fact: my mom is actually in that movie.
Shut up.
In the helicopter shot or whatever, like because they were
On the beach?
They were on the beach when Jaws was filmed and all that. and,
Did
like-
they sign something?
Yeah.
Or were they just like
No, there's
you're in a
like millions of
movie?
people now.
Is it the 70s?
Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah,
they
they're
don't
just
know now.
they're just like, here you go, here's some asbestos.
And my
enjoy.
uncle
Yeah.
he claims in the opening shot where you see like all the tourists coming in the town or whatever, the car that first comes into the town, he says that's our Winnebago,
No.
and he's like,
That's a
you
good
see in the
uncle
back right there,
claim.
that's us,
That's a good one.
like jumping up and down, and there's
That's
Grandpa driving the car, and I was like, okay, sure.
Oh my god! I wish.
I believe him.
But yeah, that's also why I'm like petrified of ocean water. Do you guys mess with ocean water?
Well, you know what? Well, I mess with ocean water.
Oh, you do.
'cause-
You're Hawaii. Yeah. You
Yeah,
love
no,
Hawaii.
I do.
You do?
No, I do now.
You're
There was-
scared of it or you love it?
No, I like it now.
Okay.
I used to be
I'm
I used to be
scared.
fairly scared of it for like maybe like 6-7 years ago. I didn't really like going into the ocean past my chest. I knew I could swim in there, but like I just kept having bad
What's
experiences.
in there?
Oh, it's not even. No, I know exactly what's in there. I'm not afraid of what's in there. I'm afraid of the water.
The waves?
Yeah, because there were
Oh,
like
I
the-
don't mess
Riptide.
with waves.
I used to do like a swimming boot camp with that same swim team, and we would just like camp in Malibu for like a week or 2 weeks, and just like every day wake up at like 6 a.m., go like run around, go hike, go swim, and there's multiple times because like if I have no contacts on, I'm like almost blind.
Yeah.
So essentially, I'm just swimming out in the ocean, tired as hell, like it's been like an hour, and I just want to head back, and I see like the people already on the beach, like all my teammates are all waving at me. I'm just like, squinting, trying to figure out, are they waving to me? Or are they warning me about something? And then I just hear this like, and there's, the sound of like sucking of a giant wave rolling over, and it just slammed me down twice. And
That's the worst.
But it happened on multiple occasions, on multiple years. And I was like, okay, this is probably a sign from some deity, like God, Poseidon, whoever, but they're just like, stay out of the ocean, bro.
Yeah.
And
That's on Nantucket. Those oceans like are violent. They're
Really?
No,
vicious.
well, sailors used to get caught back
Yeah,
in the
right,
day over
like-
there. Yeah, that was a
Army
thing.
matey. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I said that. But
Well,
I have
pirate
like
hours.
my parents would try to like bring us to the beach because we lived on an island and we would go. And one time I got sucked in and just abused by these
You
waves.
had a tough day.
And I had the worst day. And I literally remember going up to the lifeguard and was like, "Where were you?" Like I was waving for help. He did nothing. I went up to him, I was like, "You suck at this." And then that night I was so afraid. I remember being in my little bed and I woke up going like, like I thought I was trapped back in the
my
waves. And I was like,
gosh.
"Mom, I'm gonna
Yep.
kill myself because I'm holding my breath in my sleep because I'm dreaming of being sucked in there." And after that, I like never went back. I was like,
That's
"I'm done with
wild.
oceans." Yeah.
I like Dancing with Death, so I've had a few of those where like you're just pinned at the bottom.
Pinned,
and then you're starting to
dude.
see light, and I'm like, I'll get up to the surface. Like, Dad always told me
No.
like you'll always just float
Relax.
up, relax,
Unless you die.
and float up. He always told me there's so much oxygen in
Oh,
your
yeah,
lungs,
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to trust your body that you'll make it. You could really hold your breath for a long time if you need to survive. And I'm
Yeah,
like, all right,
fair.
I'm just gonna wait this out. I know I'm pinned. And then I'm just gonna kick off the ground and just keep going up. And you're gonna
Yeah.
float to the surface. But and then you go,
Yeah.
You know what? It was a crazy fact that like the reason why I never like feared water, was because my parents exposed it to me when I was really young and all that. But another thing was because in Hawaii, my dad was hippie, but he believed in like the Hawaiian like legends and all that. And he was always like, "Water's your friend. It's a living thing. Treat it like it's a living thing. So respect it. Like be relaxed with it. Like work with it. So like don't fight against it." So it was like. I always said, like, even when I was like 2 years old, I remember like I got hit with these waves, but then I would get back up and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna work with you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna like
I'm gonna dance with you.
shot.
Waves.
Yeah,
like-
And what about sharks? I'll show a friend shark.
yeah, she really is afraid of what's inside.
I'm afraid
you.
to
Well,
die.
to give you, but
I understand that.
to give you like some leeway or whatever. Everyone thinks that everyone in Hawaii must know how to swim, right? Like, oh, everyone is a
I do. I believe that.
no. No.
Wow.
Because I want to say maybe 30-40% of the island doesn't know actually how to swim that well.
That's a lot.
Yeah, because
Jesus.
a lot of my Hawaiian friends, because like they're like, it's a sad fact, but a lot of their like, what is it? Their their mothers, their fathers,
Ancestors?
well,
all the
aunts and
relatives
uncles.
work in the tourism industry,
Yeah,
so there's no
because
time to
that
teach
makes
them.
60% of the
Shut up.
industry. And then their dads are either working construction, working at the airport, doing
Oh,
like pulling up
wow.
other jobs. So what time do you have to take your kids to the pools or to
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
to
to
the
the-
ocean and like
yeah.
teach them how to be safe.
Because I
there.
remember my one friend Leroy, like I was like, oh, let's do like a pool party or whatever. And he's like, oh, I can't swim.
Whoa.
And he's a Hawaiian, like pure Hawaiian, like one of the rarest guys there. And he was like, yeah, I can't swim.
And-
Crazy. I would
Breaks
have
my
never thought of
heart.
that.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's part
That's
of the
why I want to
reason-
open a swim school there.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why we
Oh,
opened
don't
it here.
leave.
No, it's gonna be a branch. Don't worry.
My
But
kid
like-
hasn't learned yet.
He's-
Like-
That's why, like during the
Yeah.
winter, like when things die down, like when people are
Yes,
away or
when we're
whatever,
cold.
we want to I want to go over there back on Maui, like the local boy, and I want to like start things up there, and then maybe not maybe, but I want to get locals that I can trust over there to run it over there, and then
Yeah.
go back and forth, back and forth.
Kevin's
That's
like,
awesome.
oh dear God.
I listen. He convinced me to go because we're gonna probably stay on his uncle's farm, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my dream.
That's
I'm just trying to
tight.
homestead.
Yeah,
I'm trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
trying to be Mr. Farmer John, with my creatures and
Love.
my crops. So I'm like, I can hang with that.
Yeah.
And I actually want to donate proceeds, whatever we make over there, a little bit back to the Hawaiian government and stuff like that.
Or
Nice.
to a preferably a charity of some sort. You
Yeah.
know?
Yes.
Good
Yeah.
guys.
Get
You're
back to
so
the community
good. Why are you
in
so
Hawaii.
nice?
Well,
Did
in
you-
Hawaii, this is true. In Hawaii, they say you treat others how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
So I know that might be
They say
alien-
that here too.
I know. Well,
Kind of.
no,
We
because
say it, but do we follow it?
Yeah,
because
we
I
don't
think people
follow
are
it.
weirded
I was
out
like, I
by
think you
me
guys
because
do
I
it.
I do come out with like very like, oh, how are you? Like, how's life? Like, and people are like, is it like I'm actually listening? Like,
Yeah.
because in Hawaii, that's what we do. Like,
Yeah.
like, auntie, how are you today? Like, you say that to any auntie at the cashier, and they're like, oh, I'm doing good. How you doing? Oh yeah, life is good. Me and the boys are gonna go swimming later. You don't know this lady, but
Yeah,
it's like,
she's like
oh,
telling
that's
you
so
about what's up.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my mom are gonna go swimming later. Maybe we'll see you there. What pool you going to? Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Oh, when
Yeah.
you went to New York, you must have been rattled.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. No,
I get
I'm
shoulder
walking
checked.
here.
Yeah, dude. I got
You're
literally
fucking
last
looking
time I
at me?
walked in the
Yeah.
streets of New York, I got shoulder checked, and I was like,
I
"Oh, do
think-
I exist?"
I think it's just anywhere because Hawaii is that very unique thing where
Yeah.
it's like you can be like that and people won't
Yeah.
be like take
Yeah,
advantage
in-
of that.
I feel
or
like in
be
Massachusetts, like we were talking about this years ago. Like you don't go up to a stranger and go, "Hey, can you give me directions?" I wouldn't. I'd be
Yes,
too.
you can.
You, you can. I'd be
Yes,
too
you can.
scared.
Megan
dude.
wouldn't.
You're living in your own
I
little
think I'm in my own little
universe.
bubble, and I
Yeah.
don't mess with any
can talk to
stranger.
anybody
I don't
out
like
there,
any
bro.
strangers.
I mean, like you could probably do it in any small town though.
Yeah,
Like small
it's
town.
small
On
town. That's why
Nantucket, you
Dad
could.
loves Nantucket.
Yeah,
small
Nantucket's
town.
And
great. I'm
that's-
talking like New York. I wouldldn't be like, "Hey, you."
I just want to go to New York.
Yeah, I'm skipping it. I'm
Well, no,
scared.
there's parts of New York where it's like that, like
Oh,
small.
really?
Like
Okay.
what's it like? My have family that's in Somers, New York, and all that. That's like a little 40 minutes outside New York City and
Oh,
all that. So
outside.
it's communities
yeah.
like that.
I've literally seen people come up to Shug and ask him for directions.
Yeah.
He stops whatever
Sugar
he's doing.
runs
He's like,
that
I got
city.
you. Yeah.
Sugar is our security guard in New York, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Sugar."
Yeah,
He's the
you gotta
best
go
guy
down
ever. He needs his
34th
own TV
Street, yeah.
show. But everyone in New York knows Sugar. It's crazy.
That's
It is
wild.
crazy. He'll like dap up a crossing guard and be like, "What's up, Terry?" And I'm like, "How do you know this guy?"
How do you know
yeah,
Terry?
yeah, it's crazy. We love
That's
you,
the kind of
Sugar.
guy you want to have on your.
He's the
on your
best.
team, then,
He gets
dude.
me in everywhere we need to go.
Yeah,
That's
he's
awesome.
the guy.
He's the guy.
Well, I'm very excited to see the K&K Swimming just like branch out and
Big
multiple
company.
locations.
You
and
can
just-
find their Instagrams. What's your Instagram?
Oh, at K&K Swimming LA.
We're gonna
Yeah.
link it right here. And if you're in the LA area and you want your kids or friends or grandparents to learn how to finally swim, these are your guys.
Oh, thank you.
No one's nicer. No one's more gentle. No one's more patient. I'm talking like New York now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
stuck
that's
in
just
my
kinda
mouth.
your thing now.
Hey.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you can DM them too. That's how I found you, right? I DM'd you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think I DM'd you
did.
or so. Oh, that's how I got in Jason Derulo because I commented on his like post and he was like, "Oh, do you guys do swim lessons?"
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been
All right,
lacking on that department, but I used to do that a lot on
Check your
accounts.
A
DMs.
lot
We
can
took-
happen
we
on
took
Instagram.
we did an IMDb Pro like trial for like a month, and in that month we just cranked out as many messages as we could to as many like managers, agents, anyone else.
Oh,
So smart.
did it work?
Yeah,
It did. It actually
Yeah,
did.
it did. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a great move.
It was funny as heck because he's the one that suggested it, and I was like,
Yeah, I just was
that's
like,
very modern. Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
I was like, we could just email them and be like, hey, if you would like free lesson.
Yeah,
or-
literally, we're like, we baited the hook. We're like, get a free lesson, and then some of the people
For
that
any
took
swim
it, they were like, we
need.
want to do more lessons.
any
We'll
swim
sign
need?
up our
Like
other
if,
kids.
even if
What
you
if you could
swim, we
work-
can make you a better
What if you could
swimmer.
work on like a
Mm.
film set? Like there's swimming
Oh,
stuff
is
going
that
on
a
in the
goal of
movie.
yours?
Bro, dude, I mean, listen, aquatic money making is always welcome. You know, any
Yeah.
It's just for me. I don't mind helping anyone to become a better swimmer.
that's yeah.
And
That's
like
the
yeah,
main
for
thing.
me, like I will give free suggestions. So like seriously, like
That's-
if
that's
you know
actually
what
what
you're-
Barry's next lesson. I'm coming in.
So that's what
Coming
we're
in.
actually
Coming in the
we're
water?
working on YouTube.
Tell me what to do,
channel, right?
coach.
So sad, yeah.
Exactly.
He's like, yo, you got any tips for me real quick?
Yeah. Well, how do you like my back somersault?
And
Here we
actually,
go.
for those, oh wait, you go ahead.
Nope.
Do you have a
For
TikTok?
those,
You should.
I do.
I'll start
I,
your TikTok.
I do have a. We do have a TikTok, but
Well, we've
I,
never really
I
posted
have
stuff.
not touched that in like probably like a year and a half. I feel so
Yeah.
bad about that.
Don't
trying to do a
feel
YouTube.
bad. You're doing your best. I will run it for you. I'm gonna repost
You're
their
too
stuff so you
big.
can find it on my
Thank you so much,
page.
Megan.
Thank you.
Yay! And thanks for saying yes to doing our podcast. Our listeners are
Oh
gonna
no,
love
thank
this.
you. This was too nice of you guys.
Awesome.
you guys are the
Oh my
best.
God.
Kind
Oh,
Kev.
and your family's listening, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Mother
shout
was
'em out.
like,
Mommy.
"Hello, Mother Amy,"
Hello, Amy.
and my fiance Leslie. Hello.
Hi, fiance Leslie. Your daughter is beautiful. Congrats.
Oh, thank you.
All right, goodbye, everybody. Thank
Okay,
you so
bye,
much for
everyone.
Have a great
listening.
one.
Love you.